What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I've been wanting to do this kind of video for so long, and this is ranking the zombies maps in order. Ever since Tag the Totes released, I felt like I needed to do this at some point. But yeah, let's get right in. So I think today we're going to start off with, let's go with Derice. Introduced a Pack-a-Punch, it introduced so much. The Monkey Bomb, just all sorts of things. First mini Easter egg. There's so much nostalgia of this map. I think it did everything right for World at War, and I remember the first time playing this way back when. It holds up so much nostalgia. It is truly one of the best maps, and I think I'm not going to put it at S tier, but I will put it at A. It's a classic map. I think we're going to leave it there. Moon had an amazing Easter egg ending. Blowing up the Earth was one of the coolest things I remember from the zombies' history. The zombie eyes turning blue, the no gravity and going back to Area 51. I thought it was really cool. If you're a more experienced zombie player, you will enjoy this map. And yeah, it innovated so much, and you had all this equipment like the hacker and stopping the diggers from digging. Like, it could be stressful, and I love it. I love feeling pressured. I wouldn't say it's S tier, but I would say it's probably over Derice. Okay, Shangri-La. That was a beautiful map. Very hard. The Easter egg is amazing, just turning from daytime to nighttime. The Baby Maker was funny. Like the trailer for Shangri-La originally, that was funny too. I think for me, it's gonna be at C. I'm sorry for like the Easter egg lovers, but in terms of the survival, it's gonna be at C. Revelations. It took a month for the zombies community to find all the steps, like the bone steps and that. Like, it was trying to live up to something that we wanted to be, like the Great War and that. But this map overall, it was just nostalgia, and it's kind of a good map, but I wouldn't say it's the best map. So for that, I'm putting it just behind Shangri-La. Mob of the Dead. I think I know where we're gonna put this map. Yeah. Do I need to say? Okay, I'll say Alcatraz. You know, you got these 4 prisoners that literally, it's based after what actually happened in the Alcatraz stories, and it's so accurate, so true to the whole place. And the Easter egg itself just broke every tradition, and Afterlife was amazing. The Blundergat upgrades, they were fun. Like, Mob of the Dead was brilliant. But however, Blood of the Dead, it fell short. Adding in new areas and stuff was interesting. Filling out all the Easter egg stuff that we didn't know before was interesting. The boss fight was really interesting, like when we had the Great War Richtofen coming out, the cryopod. But I don't see the map as replayable. The Easter egg is really challenging. Although I had a lot of good nostalgia around this map. Like, I remember actually meeting Mr. Dalek JD in the middle of Starbucks in Watford originally, and we were just talking about the map with one of my uni mate. It was me and my uni mate Liam, and we were talking to Mr. Dalek JD about this map. We all agreed that it was quite a difficult map, but at the same time, like, there is some nostalgia around this map for me, and therefore I am going to put it here. People put it lower. For me, I'm going to put it there simply for the nostalgia's sake. Voyage of Despair. You know, there was a lot of tragedy that happened on the Titanic, and this map, it just doesn't care about the history. It's just, here's the Titanic, throw you into the map. The boss fight I heard is really good, but honestly, Chaos, for this, the first map, it just didn't pull me in. So for that, I'm putting that D. I'm really sorry for Voyage lovers. Classified. Now, I'm not a big fan of 5, but this map really did it for me. I actually really liked, literally reliked the map all over again. It's really good. It feels like lots of like Easter egg stuff. It's not the most impressive map of all time, but therefore I'm putting it over Blood of the Dead. 5, for this reason, I was never a big fan of this map when I was playing Black Ops 1 originally. So, but I still think it's better than Voyage, so we're going to put it there. The Giant. Well, it's basically the same as Derice, but graphically it's better and all that. So I guess that would just take the cake of being better than... Right, Giant is better than Derice just because better graphics and that. It's still really complicated where it is in the timeline, but... yeah. Gord Crovey, this is a masterpiece. It honestly is. Dragons, like, that whole concept, the Mark III ray gun, and Stalingrad, you know, it's just automatically goes in S tier. I'm not even kidding. And Eisendrache, you know where I'm putting this? It's in S tier as well. It's great. Like, actually, let's organise this. I'd say that... There we go. Eisendrache is amazing. Taking the formula of Origins with the 4 elemental staffs and turning it into the bows. Like, the Eisendrache, it's an amazing map. Really easy to get into. The Easter egg is super fun. I've completed the Easter egg more on this map than any other map. Black Ops 3 was a great game. Origins. Oh man, where do I start with this map? There is too much nostalgia in this map. Not as near as enough with Kino Der Toten, but when Origins came out, oh, it had the community in tears at that ending. Just everything about this map is amazing. I love it truly, and therefore S tier the second map. Alpha Omega. Now, as a remake, I thought this was a really good remake. Still not the most impressive map of all time, but the Easter egg was fun. For this, I'm putting it off like here. Notice how there's nothing in B or F yet, so I can change that very quickly though. Transit, boom, there we go. Why should I explain myself for transit? It went too far, and the generation, it just wasn't right. The consoles could not handle transit. It's such a pain in the ass map. I honestly do not play it enough. Buried, this was such a great map. To have, when you got the multiple choice endings and that, Maxis or a Richtofen ending, and just everything it brought in. Rhaegar Mark II, so much innovation. For this, I'm putting it actually here. Okay, 9. 9 is a really good map. It brought in a lot. It changed up again the COD formula. But I think this is the main map we all started with on Black Ops 4. And for this, I'm putting it in B. I know people will be like, why? It deserves to be higher. For me personally, it's the Chaos story. That's all it is. I'm sorry that I sound like a Chaos story hater, but that's how it is. I can't even remember the name of this map. That's how bad. Like, is it Dead of the Night? I think it was a really cool thing. Like, it's probably the most Halloween-y kind of map, but again, it falls short. And this is when Treyarch blew most of their budget on this map, and I kind of don't like it for what it's done for the game. Like, it kind of ruined the reputation of Black Ops 4. But at the same time, it does do some good things. It does do some kind of bad things. But for this matter, I'm going to put it here. This map. Shadows of Evil is an amazing map. Lots of people didn't like it on launch because it was a lot to get used to, but for me, I love it. Nostalgia, the creepy eeriness. Honestly, I could rate this so high. the fact I could rate this so high, I put it here. I'm not even kidding. It's such a good map. Really, really good. And it's kind of fitting as well, because it does some things that Mob of the Dead did. With Afterlife, you've got Beast Mode in this map. But Beast Mode is actually better than Afterlife, because you can actually, when your timer is up, you don't die. You go back to your body. Honestly, there's so many good things about this map. And you've got so much to work up to. And the Easter egg was really interesting. You have to do it through multiplayer, though. That's my only, like, eye with it. And kind of same with Mob of the Dead, so we'll leave it at that. Ascension. This is when things started to change in Black Ops Zombies. And that's when it really just changed everything, really. It had the first big Easter egg, although you didn't get rewarded that much. I still remember back to this map coming out, and honestly, the nostalgia is with it. And I would put it... Oh, no. Here. Honestly. It's an A-tier map. It deserves it. It does things that Darius did, but better. And you got the Thunder Gun, you got the Gersh device, or I can't even pronounce it, but the Dole Grenade. It is such a great map, and if you play it on Zombie Chronicles, it's good too. The monkeys are annoying, but if you could get past that, you know, when you go on the high rounds, you have so much points, you could just keep buying perks anyways. It's a good map. It's a really good map. Verrucht is creepy, eerie, and oh my god, for this to come out after Kino Der Toten, it introduced the perks. It's such a great map, but although it is kind of basic, I will put it on the B tier. Better than 9, I'd say. Well, maybe it's not as good as 9. Let's just have it at that. Call of the Dead. Oh, this map. Okay, it's going number 1 and A at the minute. It's a good map. George Romero, like, you got Buffy, Danny Trejo, like, you got all, like, the really cool actors. Like, this map is great. Like, there's so much in this map, and you got Ultimus in there too. It's like, it's a good map, honestly. And Kino Der Toten, to start everything off, it's bare bones, but man, does this live up to what the game mode is? This is the most creepiest map to this date. And for therefore, I'm actually going to put it here. Or maybe it deserves higher respect. Let's put it at B. That's where I'm going to put it. It's an original. When you started Zombies from so long ago, you would start with this map. After beating that campaign, if it wasn't for this map, this whole game mode just wouldn't exist. Kino Der Toten. Here actually. And why am I putting it so flipping high? It is the map that made Zombies big. It's the map that everyone played tons of. It's a classic. It's a timeless classic. You could play it over and over and over and over and over again. You will never be bored of it. Granted that you don't mess up too much, but honestly, Kino Der Toten is one of the best maps for high rounds and replayability. I have to put it there, because if you're replaying a map over and over again, and we've got so much nostalgia of that map, it has to be that high. And I know it's falling behind some other great maps. Actually, no, I would still say it's better than Mob of the Dead, only because I played more Kino than Mob, so sorry that I'm triggering people right now, but personally, this is personal. If I had to choose, this is where I'd be at. Zetsubou no Shima, really creepy map, really interesting. It kind of died down the hype in Black Ops 3, but for this, yeah, I'll put it at B grade. I don't think it's a bad map at all. Shi no Numa introduced the Wanderwolf and the dogs and many great traps. It's got some of the best training spots. And for me, yeah, it could go in the B spot here. Better than Zetsubou. Nuketown, really bare bones, can be really difficult at times, but I'm going to put it here. Die Rise, probably worse than Transit, if I'm honest. Sorry, Die Rise lovers. Okay, Ancient Evil was really interesting. It added in so much stuff. Unfortunately, it's chaos, and unfortunately for me, Black Ops 4 as a game, I'm not quite the fan of. But I might put it at B tier. Beating... No. I might actually put it at A tier. Yeah, that's where I'm going to leave it at. There's 2 Tag Der Totens. I don't know why. I don't understand why there's 2 Tag Der Totens in this. But for me, Tag Der Toten. Oh wait, what's this? Oh. That's interesting. Oh, it just reset some things. Okay, yeah, Tag Der Toten, for me, it's the last map in Zombies so far. And it's a remake of Call of the Dead, but a really good remake. Like, we've had some remakes in Black Ops 4, but this is by far the best remake. And it does some really good things, some really interesting things. The Easter egg, I haven't beaten it yet, but I will say it's not the hardest Easter egg. And that Easter egg ending, and the way they were wrapping things up, it was quite emotional. I wouldn't say it's as emotional as it could have been. Still didn't get the Great War, but I think for me, Tag Der Toten holds a special place right now. And this may change in the future, but for me, I'm putting it here, actually. Yeah, that's a good spot, I'd say. And yeah, that's where I kind of leave it, really. Let me know what you think. But for me, like, as well, Tag Der Toten, go back to that, it is the true origins. Like, they have origins, but that's origins the premise cast. But Tag Der Toten is basically the origins of Ultimus, when you think about it. And also, I love how the first map was Night of the Undead, and then the last map is Day of the Dead. Like, it comes all full circle, and you find more and more about how things come full circle in that map. Like, they explain how the Pack-a-Punch came to be, how everything else came to be, the QED device, the Agarthan device, the Elemental Shard, 2 Angels, Monty and the Shadow Man helped build the Pack-a-Punch with, and you finally meet no, I've already forgotten his name, the Mexican guy. I'm not doing very well today, but honestly, I don't think Tag is a bad map. I think it's going to be a good map. It's one of the maps that I will be going back to Black Ops 4 for in the future. But yeah, this is my tier list. It may not be the best list, but for me, this is personally how I feel about it. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I will see you next time. Thank you for watching.